Hello everyone, welcome to another video where we level our Petless Hunter. This one I'm actually going to do live for the update. Normally I pre-record them and then do a voiceover, but this time I'm just going to kill mobs because I'm grinding it to 45 anyway. And we can take a look at our gear, talents, any updates, let you know what's going on. So we're about 5% or 1 bar from hitting 45. Still don't have a mount. I'm very poor. I don't know what happened to my money on this run. Normally, with self-found characters, you don't buy from the age. Usually with challenge runs, there's a lot of skills you don't get. But for some reason, this hunter just has no money. Like, the rogue had a lot of money, the warlock had a lot of money, but maybe it's because the hunter... Because I'm in melee range and in range, I need more skills. Like, I don't need Mongoose Bite, right? It's not that good. But because I am sometimes in melee range, it can come up that I do want it, so I pick it up. Same thing with like Raptor Strike that I might normally skip if I'm playing like a range character, range only character, stuff like that. So I think a lot of the things are useful. We do skip a lot, like right, like we have all this stuff ignored that we haven't picked up, but yeah, money's not quite there. Let's take a look at the items while I grind this in the background. First of all, actually, I wanted to point out, because I did not know this, the Fire Ox Flame Spit is like a slightly larger than melee range cast, and if you walk out of it, it stops. I know there's a lot of spells that, in the early game, that work like that, usually things that give you a debuff, but I did not know that this cast was also that way. I thought they would just cast fireballs, because usually I'm just in melee range with them, and they'll just cast fireballs over and over, but yeah, you just walk out of it. Got a little entangle proc. Love that. Alright, let's take a look at our gear. We found this male helmet with 11 agi, 11 stam. We were using a 12 agi, 11 stam leather helmet that we crafted, the Nightscape headband. But I found that the armor ended up being a 1.5% reduction over 1 agility, so I felt that was better. Plus having male gear is cool as a hunter, and not just using leather. We have the Amber Glow Talisman. We did an RFD run, and we picked that up. It's very strong. This is the quest reward, same one that gives you the Vanquisher Sword. Just as a note, for anyone that doesn't know, the way I do these self-found runs is I do 1 dungeon per character. So I only run RFD 1 time, I only run Dead Mines 1 time, if I do run it. So far, this character has only run RFD and no other dungeons. I do want that wolf meat, actually, to cook. What do I not want? Get rid of this. 21, that's good. I was running out of food, so it's not bad to pick that up. Anyway, I only run the dungeons 1 time, so that RFD run was the only one I'm getting. But luckily it has nice quest rewards. I wasn't going to run any dungeons initially, but I got a message from someone. I was like, hey, you want to run? And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Why not? It was pretty good. We pumped a lot of damage. If I can remember to get a screenshot of the meters, I'll post them. But felt pretty strong, even having no pet. We have the shoulders. I believe these came from a quest, I want to say. 9 agi, 5 stam. Not bad. This one was recent. Definitely came from a quest. 6 agi, 7 stam. I think this is an STV quest. Booty Bay quest. We have this Nightscape tunic that I crafted along with the headband. 15 agi, 6 stam. We had the Big Game Hunter chest, which had 15 stam, 3 agi, and a little strength, I think. But I found this character has so much life that I was like, nah, I'll just take the damage. I mean, this character is so tanky. It's just 2,500 life unbuffed. And then with food, you'll be at like 26 something, 2630-ish. So I didn't really need it, just went for the extra stamina instead. Then we crafted these barbaric bracers. I went and got all the mats on my own. I needed like pearls and a bunch of other stuff. Large fangs, so I went and was grinding those. Large fangs, the pearls were actually quick. You got them in Darkshore, but the large fangs, those took a while actually. It was like almost 2 hours to get those from the... I did the ogres, sorry, the yetis in Altrek Mountains is what I did for those. We have Vanquisher Sword. We found this 7 stam offhand. It was very nice. We were using Gluttonous Cleaver from the RFD run, but the 7 stam is just a little better, and the offhand damage is kind of whatever. The bleed effect on Gluttonous was also like really bad. We're using Massive Longbow before, so in the last video we were using a Vendor Crossbow. Then afterwards, I went and did Big Game Hunter. I think at level 39, I finished Big Game Hunter, and I got the gun from that. So we're using that for a while. And then I'm gonna pick this mystery meat. And then now we got this from a vendor. It's a stock item, so you'd have to wait for it to come back into stock. But it's pretty good, and this should last me until we get to Mara crossbow, or Mara bow rather, I believe. We have these gloves. These came from RFD. They drop off the first boss, and they rolled Stam, Agi, and then it has Nature as always, I believe. So, a really good roll. It is 9 Agi, 10 Stam. There is another pair of gloves I want to make. Let me show you some stuff. Oops. Let me show you some things. Actually, let me finish the items, and then I'll talk about what I want to make. We have the 6 Agi, 5 Stam gloves. I did find another cloth belt with, like, 9 Agi, 8 Stam or something like that, but didn't really feel like putting it on. We'll just use this. I'd rather use the leather. We have these from the Big Game Hunter quest chain. These are 10 Agi, 11 Stam. Pretty good. And then we have these boots, just 10 strength, 9 Stam. I don't remember what my old boots were. I think they were just like 5 Stam boots. So this is just 4 more Stam and a little strength, I guess. They're not really good. Any Agi boots I would probably just put on over them, but it's fine. We have this one from the Lost Diplomat quest chain. It's just 7 Stam. The strength is nice too. I mean, I am in melee sometimes. It is not a massive deal, but you know, it helps. I use the strength. It's not a completely dead stat. And there's the swing timer. If you're a ranged weapon and your melee swings don't share a timer, so you can always weave in and out, especially if you have wing clip or anything else up. And we have the Dragon Claw ring. This came from the escort quest in RFD. Super good ring, lots of Stam, a little bit of spirit. Love that. And then we're using Jagged Arrows, which are the arrows for our level. I did not get that. Rapid Strike. Very sad. Oh, let's look at our talents. We have 0 in Beast Mastery, as you might imagine. We have 5 into Conch Shot. This could go into Efficiency. I think Efficiency is also good, but I think Conch Shot's okay too. Getting the stun is nice. We have 5% crit. We have 6 range, 1 aim shot. Aim shot's really good. Just to get your big opener out of the way. Right now it does an extra 330 damage. So it's a... I mean, I'm autoing for about 140, so it's almost like 3 times damage on your shot when you open, which is really strong. And then here we have 3 into Beast Slaying. You're going to have a lot of, you know, giant... Well, not really giants. You're going to have a lot of beasts. The giant and dragonkin part isn't that important, but I think 3% damage on beasts and then getting more crit damage on them is also nice. We have the humanoid slaying, same thing for humanoids, just a little more damage, a little more crit damage. We have none in a parry. Parry's okay, it's good for proccing counterattack, but I'm not too concerned about it, to be honest. I'd rather just have the extra damage, especially when you're kiting. You don't have unlimited room or unlimited space or unlimited time before things start respawning. So you want to make sure you're moving at a good pace. I think it's really important. I need tender wolf meats. That's fine. We can leave that. We have 5 out of 5 entrapment, so when you have your frost aura down, every time they step through it, they have a chance to get rooted for 5 seconds. Lets you kite, lets you get free damage. It's really good, really important. If you ever... One of the big concerns with this was if I ever pull more than 1 mob, how do I deal with that? And entrapment is a really good way to do that. You can kite things back into your frost aura. I think it's a really strong talent. So here you can see a proc right now. They're 5 seconds, and it can chain off itself, and the mob could just be stuck here for the rest of its life. It's really strong. You get so much off of it. Ooh, okay, our last giant egg. Or sorry, we need 1 more giant egg after this. I do not need these wicked claws. This can go. This is for a cooking quest. I'll go get the clam meat from the Naga outside STV later. We also have the improved wing clip. So every time you wing clip, you have a 16% chance to immobilize the target, which is just a root. It is nice. When it does proc, it roots them for 5, and then they're slowed for 10. So there's another 5-second slow after they come out of the root. It's really good. I'll get one more point into it at some point. Right now, I'm putting it down here, but I'll need another point before I move down to the next row anyway. Then we have Survivalist, 10% more HP. Deterrence for a 5-minute cooldown where my dodge and parry are increased, which is really helpful because you have counterattack, which is when you parry, you're able to root the target for 5 seconds. It can only miss, it can't be blocked or dodged or anything else. So as long as you don't miss it, it's good. But those pair really well together. This is just a lot of... I haven't had to use it yet, but if I ever need an OSHA button, it's my target dummy, since I'm not running engineering. And then we're going to put more points into Killer Instinct, so it's going to be 3% crit, which is super good. And then we'll need one more point, which is going to go here for 5 out of 5. And then we're going to do 15% Agi and pick up Wyvern Sting. Wyvern Sting might sound bad, but it actually does a lot of damage. I think it's 500 damage by the time I'm able to pick this up over 6 seconds. So it's 30 DPS just for pressing this button. So you would just... Sorry, you would put down your trap, you'd hit Wyvern Sting, you'd aim shot off the Wyvern Sting, and then the mob is just giga dead. It is so much damage. And then after that, we'll keep going down here, we'll pick up Mortal Shots, and then that'll pretty much be the tree. We don't have much left once you get down to Wyvern Sting, because we get this at 54, I believe. So we'll have 6 more points, so we'll just come down here and pick up something. Because we need one more point in here, and then we can start putting points here, so we put it in like... I don't know, improve Hunter's Mark, and then put the rest of the points here, and that'll be your full build. And then I'm just going to kill stuff for the rest of this level, for the rest of the video. I can talk about what I wanted to make in the future. It's mostly for fun. Holy, can my Raptor Strike come out? Thank you. For some reason, it's queuing my offhand weapon first, instead of my main. So, if we take a look at my leatherworking, there are a few things I want to make that I'm kind of close to. One, I need to make more of these just to get my armor up. But 2, I'm looking to make... I found the Shadow Skin gloves recipe off one of the vendors. It's 1% crit and 6 stam on the gloves. Really strong. I don't need the... Because right now this is agility and stam, and it's 25% crit. And or 0.25% crit, and then this is 1% crit, so we're getting another 0.75 crit out of the gloves, and then we're also getting, we're losing a little bit of stamina, but that's okay. The nature res is fine. I don't want to kite that way because of this dude. Turn around. I don't think it's that much better, or even better at all, but it's cool. I like finding these blue recipes and then just crafting them. I think if we're like really min-maxing... Oh, that's actually big. That's a big find. Love that. I think if you're actually min-maxing, yes, I would not go and get them, but... and it's pretty fun to just make stuff, I think. Because this run... I don't know, hardcore is never that hard. Even if these like restrictions where you have no pets or you're melee warlock or whatever... it's never, like, hard. It's just how much effort do you want to put in. It's just more effort. Which is fine. Effort makes things easier. So, I don't feel like I need to min-max my gear super hard in order to get every advantage to do this run. Like, it's fine. I can just use whatever gear I find, make whatever I want. It'll be okay. If I think it's cool, I'm just going to make it. The other item I'm looking for... Oh, sorry. Let me just talk about what materials it uses. So, you need Shadow Cat Hide, which is pretty cool because I think it's only one of the only few recipes that actually uses it. You get them from the Panthers in STV. So I can grind those out pretty easy. We need 2 Black Pearls. I mean, that's just going to be random. If we can get them, cool. If not, it sucks. 4 Shadow Gems and the Cured Hide. These are going to suck to find. If we're able to find the Black Pearls, I'll try to just go into low-level areas and search chests for all the shadow gems. We'll see if that actually ends up happening. This one, pretty unlikely to make. The other one, though, there's one other item I got from a vendor. It's the gem-studded leather belt. This thing here. It heals myself. It has a 1-hour cooldown. It's just a nice little safety button, a little warlock stone, if you will. A little 300 health heal, mini potion. It has 8 stam, 6 spirit. So we would gain stamina, we'd gain spirit, and we'd lose a little bit of agility, but again, not too big of a deal. The cured hides we can just go get whenever. That's fine. The iridescent pearls we have 3. The jades we have 1 of, so we need 1 more jade, and we have 3 citron. So we have that, and then the thread. So all we're looking for is 1 jade, and then I'll go get the hides, and then we can just make it. And I'll probably wear it. I also don't think it's that good. Like, the heal's kind of whatever. The stats are nice, but just very cool. Very cool to make vendor recipes that are blues that require you to go and make stuff. I think I want to go blacksmithing on my shaman when I do a shaman run and just make my own gear. That sounds super fun. But we'll get to that when we get to that. And then, like I said, bow-wise, there's our little route. Bow-wise, we're probably not getting an upgrade for our bow for a long time unless we find something. I'll actually put up some pictures. We found some really cool items as well on the way. I found this gun. I just sent it to a guildie because I'm not using it. I didn't take any. They offered me gold. I was like, no, we're self-found, so you can keep it. But we found a 4 strength 3 agi gun. I'm just gonna double check, make sure that's the right. We found a 3 agi 4 strength gun. Yep. So that was pretty cool. We found it on the shores of Swamp of Sorrows when we were killing the crabs there. That was really neat. And then there were some other items we found. Whenever I get a lockbox in this character, I just send it to my rogue to open, because obviously this character can't open lockboxes. I'm still not sure if I want to use items from lockboxes. So far I haven't, but I kind of be open to it. Like, yes, the hunter couldn't open the lockbox, but also it's like, I think it's in the spirit because I did find it. I just had to have my rogue open it. And technically, let's say I have a lockbox, right? And I open a trade window for rogue and I put it in do not trade, and then they open it for me. It's still, in my opinion, it's still solo self-found if I use that trade window, because I didn't give me anything. It's still the same lockbox, right? They just cast the spell through the trade window. I'm still not sure though. Like I said, I haven't used anything. But we found, we actually had a crazy lockbox. There was a belt with like 8 agi, 7 stam, the cloth one I was talking about earlier, and it also came with a blue bow, which was super cool to find. But then the bow's kind of whatever, because massive longbow is so much better, and that bow is 34. But I think it was pretty cool to at least find a blue. Like, that would work for my character. Maybe if I found it earlier on, it would have been really good. Actually, it definitely would have been really good anytime before 42 when I had this, because it's a level 34 bow. So if I found it anywhere between that 34 to 42, 41 area, it would have been super good. But it is not really usable right now. I mean, I could use it for fun. But, oh, there it is, 45. We're going to put 1% crit right there. And then the next update will be at 55 probably. Maybe I'll do one at 50. Could be 50-55, or it just could be 55-60. We'll see. But I'll definitely be doing the updates as I go along. But thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you on the next update.